These are the words of our brother Donald from Nicaragua. I would like to share a dream that I had a little more than 2 years ago. It is and has been the most real and alive dream that God has given me since then. It all started at a time that I was away from the path of God, and with stress problems, one night I went to sleep, and suddenly I wake up, and I see myself in my own house. I get out of bed at about 5. It was a normal day. I remember that the house was a little different, but in the dream everything was familiar to me. It was very real. I walked to the living room, and then I opened the door to the street, and suddenly I was curious to see the sky. It was a clear sky without clouds, very clear, and there was an eerie tranquility in the streets and people, as if something was about to happen, and time stopped, and as if there was a false peace in the atmosphere. Suddenly, looking at the sky, I saw something bright, as if suddenly there was lightning, and I was amazed with this atmospheric phenomenon. Then I saw that some lights came out of the sky, very fast like lightning, and fell on some people, and they disappeared. It was something very fast, but I looked at it almost like in slow motion. But they were very strong and luminous flashes that the naked eye at that speed was impossible to detect. But for some reason, the Lord made me see it more slowly, and I was in shock to see all this. I still did not understand or remember the rapture and everything I had heard or read in the Bible. But suddenly I went to look for my father. I remembered that he is almost always at his laptop working. I went to the office that was in the house and just looked at his chair, but I saw only his clothes and his Bible. It was then that I understood that the rapture had happened, and still incredulous I turned on the TV and put CNN on, which said, "Breaking news, many missing around the world," and then I understood that it was the rapture, and I was left behind. My younger brother saw me sad and on my knees, and I told him what had happened, and he did not believe it either. Then I told myself that this was a dream. I pinched myself and told myself that I wanted to wake up, but I did not wake up, and I felt the pinching. Everything was very real, and an inner voice told me that it was not a dream. It was real, and I lamented and asked God to forgive me. And I said to myself, if only I had another chance, for if only time could be turned back, please God give me another chance. I said in my plea, because I knew the tribulations would come later, and I didn't want to be there. Then suddenly, while I was on my knees crying and praying to God, I felt at my back that someone was walking towards me, the silhouette of a person I could see. Then there was like an aura or light that prevented me from seeing well. I just stayed on my knees praying, and I feel that this person, I am sure it was Jesus, put his hand on my shoulder and told me, "You have your chance." And then I woke up. Believe me, God has given many people their opportunity. Several times, as I am writing this, I went through a hard health test, and God made me the miracle of recovering quickly for testimony, and gave me the opportunity to change my life, to serve Him truly. Brothers, our Lord God Jesus Christ is coming soon, but before that, a test will come to the world and the churches, especially the lukewarm ones, and then, in the most needed moment, when you think that there is no more hope, Jesus will come for His church. So please, let's be prepared and never lose faith in our Lord Jesus. Something else after that day. The next day, a group of young people came to my house to invite me to a prayer group. Chance does not exist in God's plans. Blessed be the Lord, and I am getting married soon. because I do not want to sin before God. May the peace of the Lord be always with you. And to Israel and your church, Shalom. God bless you today and always.